At the hospital, Brennan comes to Lulu's room to tell Carly everyone is safely back in Port Charles. At the nurse's hub, Jason waits while Portia takes Lucky to an exam room to draw his blood. If he's a match for Lulu, he'll be sent for more tests to ensure his liver is compatible. After she checks his recent injuries, Lucky returns to Jason in the waiting area. As Lucky notes how weird it is to be back, Carly steps off the elevator. Embracing her cousin, she tells them they're trying to get in touch with Laura and Kevin, but cell service is spotty. Lucky tells her how sorry he is about Aunt Bobby and that he wasn't there. Carly assures him Bobby loved him no matter where he was. Portia interrupts to tell Lucky he's cleared to see Lulu. At home, Anna thinks about her kiss with Jason. "What are you doing, Devane?" Felicia comes over, demanding the details of her recent escapade. Anna says it was more than she expected. Elizabeth catches Aiden, now played by Colin Cassidy, at home as he rushes off to school. She tells him Lucky's coming to Port Charles today. When she asks how he feels about that, Aiden recounts being the one to initiate communication. He once went 5 months without reaching out, and he heard nothing from Lucky. He doesn't hate him, but knows Lucky isn't coming home for him. He can't be mad because it's to save Aunt Lulu. Aiden goes days without thinking about him and knows it will be weird, but he wouldn't say no to seeing him. Elizabeth offers to reach out to Lucky, but Aiden states Lucky knows how to reach him. Aiden asks if she thinks he's like his father. She calls them both handsome. Aiden says people tell him he's like her, which makes him proud. He's happy being his mom's son. Nina meets with Curtis at Aurora, impressed by how well he cleans up in a suit and the business moves he's already made. When the subject of Drew's campaign comes up, Curtis notes she's devoting a lot of time and energy to someone who is just a friend. Nina thinks it could turn into something more, something real. Curtis doesn't want to see her get hurt. He takes a call from a music promoter who congratulates him on his father being hired to go on the tour with Wynton Marsalis. Hanging up, Curtis wonders why his father is hiding this from him. At home, James opens the door to Holly. He yells for his grandpa, who turns the corner. Mac is stunned to see her. She says she's looking for Robert, who isn't at home or his office. Mac asks her to stay there while he takes James to school. When he returns, Holly's sipping champagne and quickly hangs up with someone she talks to on the phone about ice. After they catch up, Mac tells her Robert is happy with his life and he doesn't want her to ruin it. Appearing wounded, Holly leaves. Robert summons Brennan to his office for an update on Sidwell. Brennan confirms he destroyed his operation, but he doesn't know if he's alive. If he is, no one who was involved is safe. Robert is confident Brennan followed protocols to protect the agency, which require no civilian witnesses. Brennan isn't worried about Jason, Anna, or Lucky being security risks, but he wonders how worried he should be about Holly Sutton. He was hoping Robert would debrief her. Robert agrees to it, positive she's a security risk, but not in the way Brennan thinks. In the hospital lobby, Jason fills Carly in on the mission, including how Holly helped them. If she didn't love Luke so much, they'd probably all be dead. When he tells her about the drone strike, she exclaims, "That was me." She explains how she went to Brennan for help, and they watched the strike together. Bristling, Jason warns her not to trust him. Carly assures Jason she can handle him, but wonders what he's keeping from her about the mission. Jason insists nothing happened and gets on the elevator. Terry comes to Liz's house to tell her Lucky is at the hospital. Elizabeth shifts uncomfortably as she asks about him. Terry says he seemed like he'd been through some stuff, but he looked good. Elizabeth admits a lot of feelings came up when she heard his voice on the phone. Feelings for the person he was and the man she used to love. She knows he only came back for Lulu and then will be gone again. Terry muses that she's going overboard to manage her expectations. Elizabeth knows he's probably still a hell of a guy, but 15 years changes things. Before she leaves, Terry says that everything she said makes sense, but sometimes things that should make sense don't anymore. Lucky sits with Lulu in her hospital room. He tears up, recounting how he's been busy doing good in the world, but they both know he was just running and hiding. If he had stayed and fought for his family, maybe he could have stopped all this from happening. Lucky tells Lulu how much he loves her. He prays she can forgive him for not being the brother she deserved or needed. Maybe he can save her now that he's there.